Guinness Black Lager. Alright. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we got the Guinness Black Lager at 4.5%. Cold brewed with roasted barley. Okay. That sums it up right there. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Alright. So what do we got? Ooh, that's a roasty smell right there. So you got that. The head is dark on there. It's a beigey type light brown head. Yeah, you're not seeing through this one. That's a Guinness product, alright. It smells nutty and roasty. Really roasty, like man, that's really coming across in the smell. So, give her a shot here. Mm. Well, isn't that nice? Yep, they did a pretty good job of this one. Well, first off, the malts in the body are awesome. Like, just a great beer concoction, and then the lager yeast and the lagerness of the long-term cold fermentation is yeah, you just get the lagerness out of it big time, and it's epic. Yeah, I think they'll be brewing this for a while. At least I hope so. Damn. Yeah, that's a nutty damn beer. That's just it's almost just like their stout. Like, it almost tastes the same as that, aside from the yeast and it being a carbonated beer, not a nitro beer and stuff. But it is I think a little different. But yeah, damn, that's that's almost tastes a little more burnt in a way. Yeah, tingly. Yeah, there's a lot of flavor in there. It's not necessarily really complex. Um, it's pretty basic tasting. It's not all over the place. Just bitter from the burnt grains, and then it just rides out. And then the lager crispness is just like, kind of the carbonation and stuff is a bit to deal with, and all that refreshing edge to it. The wake up call you're getting when at the end here. It almost leaves your tongue tingly. It's so invigorating, we'll say. Like the carbonation, really small bubbles in the beer, really fine head, and that's coming across in the mouth feel. It's quite tingly, and getting the carbonation attack on the tongue, and it's really kind of piercing the tongue. The head is almost gone though, so it's not really scoring large on the head, but yeah, it's a kind of a little bit of tanginess at the front though is the only thing that's kind of thrown me off a little bit. Not getting hardly any alcohol out of it at all at 4.5%. Um, just tingliness, big time. Um, the hops and the burntness of it kind of blend together. It's really hard to decipher that. Picking up a bit of like maybe dark chocolate type flavor association. Um, yeah, what would this be good with? Yikes, I don't know. It's just pretty good on its own, but I didn't want to throw it more towards like some lamb or something like that. Something a little bit richer, you know, your filet mignon or something. A big rib steak. Um, but you know, kind of need something with it too, like a jelly duck, maybe with some jelly spread. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'd do a chicken with this beer. It'd be okay, but I think you need something a little heavier, a little heavier, lamb or duck or something with some grease to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, yeah. You need some heavy cheese, like a brie, maybe. And even then, the beer is so blacked out that um, those foods are gonna seem pretty colorful in contrast to this beer. But you get away with them. Like this is not wine, you know, or a lager. Like lager, you can always be like, oh, just head right to the chicken. Let's head right to the chicken. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, not this one. Yeah, yeah, fish ain't gonna do either. I think it's a pretty good quality product though. I think it's been around for a couple of years, as far as I can remember. I don't remember if they ever did it before, but I think that'd be pretty cool if they keep brewing it as a constant thing. I don't see why not, but they may discontinue it. I really think it's a good idea to keep it around. Um, it is a little cheaper than their stout, so it's a good idea to keep it around because they don't have the widget or whatever. Um, I would really like to see them do their stout without the nitrogen and do a CO2 stout. Same recipe and everything, just have the option of um, having a CO2 version of the same stout. I think that would be pretty kick-ass, but we'll see. I do enjoy their beer, their nitro stout, but I think it'd be cool to try it with just a plain CO2 uh, carbonation. Well, I'm just nursing it really. I just drank one of these facts. I don't know what it is about the Fax, but every time I drink a Fax, I get totally shit faced. I don't know what it is. They say it's 5%. It's probably more like 10. The way I feel after I drink a Fax. Every time I drink a Fax, I get very fact. You know, I don't know what it is, and it's not the black can either. It's just the regular schmegular, the white can, the 5% one. I don't know what it is about the Fax, but they fax me up. Yeah, it's got such an attack, like such an edge to it. A nice cool edge to this beer. It's almost like it's a summer stout kind of thing. Like it's just like it'll cool you right down. It'd be great in hotter, better in hotter weather. And it's not really like I said, you could do it next to lamb or something, but it's not something that's gonna go real great with a lot of your foods and stuff. So it's kind of on its own kind of beer. Um, you know, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it is. That's the way it's gotta be. It's a loner. It's a, it's a rogue hombre. Alright, so as for a rate, well, there's not a whole lot to compare this to exactly. The dark lagers, there's the Maibach, and there's the Neger Modelo, and the Vienna lager would probably be the closest thing. Um, it's a good product, especially for a mass-produced uh, beer. There's nothing really wrong with it aside from there's not a whole lot of head on it. Um, it's got that attack to it. It could be a little smoother maybe, um, and have a better head to it. That's maybe two areas that I could bitch about. I wish it was a little smoother, had a nicer head. Um, Maybe a little more richer maltiness to it. Like it's pretty sharp and clean, but I mean, nothing wrong with that, I guess. Hmm. Our rate, you say? I'll have to give it a 7.5 out of 11. Um, it could definitely be better, um, but it's definitely a crowd pleaser. I don't think, um, you know, um, it's. I don't think it's horrible or anything. It's pretty good for most people. They're just gonna drink it and be like, oh, well, that was good. You know, they're not gonna find anything to pick it apart. Like it's hard to pick it apart. Other side of the fact that there's no lacing, there's no real phenomenal head on it, and it's a little bit sterile. But you know, it could be a little richer, a little creamier, a little more in the head. But other than that, it's not a bad beer. So I'll give it a 7 um, out of 11. I think it's not a disappointment from Guinness. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Guinness is a bunch of sellout fuck nuggets or anything from it, because like it's a good beer and they fucking did a good job. Black lager is a good fucking idea. So a 7 out of 11, I think that's an okay review for something like this, and definitely recommend trying it. Like there's no, you're not gonna buy it and be like, oh shit, like especially if it's just a 6 pack. Definitely worth the adventure of trying it. I will buy it again. It will just be a matter of time. It's something I'll probably pick up twice a year or something. And that, for me, that's 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 often, you know. Like, there's a lot of beer out there in this world, and for me to pick something like this up 2, 3 times a year, that's pretty good. So it's not shit. And fucking drink it. Fucking give her a shot. Give this one a try.